Welcome back. Today we're going to learn what we call AVL tree. This is not a special tree, but rather it's a kind of a adjustment in the binary tree height. That's why it is called the height balance tree. So we're going to see what we mean by adjustment of a tree and why it is actually required. Then how that the technique of AVL tree will going to help us in adjusting a particular height of a particular tree, and then the different processes which we will going to involve, which is involved in adjusting the AVL tree, we will going to learn during this session. Now, why we basically need the height balancing or height adjustment? If you can remember our old the prior classes on binary search tree, we have seen there are some situation when my tree will going to become a skewed tree. That is here in this case we have shown a left skewed tree. It may be a right skewed tree also, where the arrangement of the data or the arrival of the data is something like that, so that it can build like a linear tree, means a tree like a linear linked list, so or linear list. So that's why if you go for a kind of any operations, it's normally take O and time, or the complexity of any operations into that tree, maybe a search also or an insertion also. In O's case, it will going to take O and a big of O and time. So now how to adjust? The only way to adjust is to some way, if you can manage the height of the tree. If you can remember also, any tree, for a binary tree with n number of elements, the minimum height that we can achieve with that, if it is a perfect binary tree, then it will going to be the log n. So we are trying to adjust our tree height in such a way such that it should not go too much beyond that log n complexity. So this is what we call it as that, the fixing the height of the tree and to make a balancing of the height of the tree, and such kind of trees are called balanced binary search tree. So it is nothing a new tree, the tree is nothing but a binary search tree only, but here the additional thing is that we are adding the technique of how to adjust its height, so that my searching time will going to be reduced in such scenarios where my tree become a skewed tree, or it takes a linear time complexity. And not only AVL tree, there are some other tree what we called it as red black tree. This is also a kind of a height balance tree. So let's see what exactly it is that tree is. Now the term or the name AVL has been given from their originator. That means Adelson, Velsky and Landis. Their first letters has been taken as AVL to give that name or the technique that is called AVL tree. So AVL tree is nothing but a binary search tree, and there are some additional things which is included over here. So to adjust the height of a tree, so it says that a tree is called AVL tree if its height difference between its left child and right child should not differ by 1. It may be +1, it may be -1. How it is, what it is, we are coming at with. Now we know whenever we are creating a tree, we always have three components. One is, a binary tree, we have three components. One is the data part or info part. We have a left subtree, pointer for left subtree and pointer for right subtree. Here there is one more additional information that you have to keep it for each node, that is called balance factor. So this is the value which will going to decide that whether my tree is balanced or imbalanced. So the value of the balancing factor for any node, if it is +1, 0 or -1, then we'll say this is a balanced tree. If it crosses that, that means if it's the balancing factor of a node is above that, that is either +1 or +2 or -2, then in this case we are going to say that the tree is not a balanced tree. And if a particular node having balancing factor +1, we called it as a left heavy tree, and if it is a -1 value, then we called it as a right heavy tree. It means if it is +1 value, that means I have more number of height of the left subtree is higher in comparison to the right subtree of that particular node. And similarly in case of right heavy. And if the value of the balancing factor is 0, then we will say this particular subtree is perfectly balanced. Now you see an example. For this particular node 3, the balancing factor is 0. Now how we calculate balancing factor is the balancing factor? We calculate the balancing factor as the height difference between left subtree and height of right subtree, or you can do the reverse. It may be right subtree minus left subtree. In that case, the plus value will going to become minus value. Otherwise, rest of the thing is completely same. So, so how to calculate that height? Very simply, the height, the right subtree height of that node B is 2 is the number of edges to reach to its longest leaf path. So that means this is one leaf node. So this is the longest one. So that means how many edges are there? 1 and 2. So naturally the height of the tree is 2. Similarly, the left subtree, height of the left subtree is how much? This is to reach to its left side leaf. You need to pass through one edge. So that way you can calculate. So it is basically 1. Similarly for 5, what is the height of the left subtree? 1, 2. Similarly for 1, 2, 3. And for right subtree it is 1, 2. So in case of left subtree of 5, you see there are 2 leaves, 1 and 2, 3, and 3 is the the longest in depth. In highest depth. So that's why we'll calculate that particular height. So 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2. So now what is balancing factor? How I am calculating? Left subtree minus right subtree. So what is the height of the left subtree? 1, 1, 2, 3, and right subtree, the height of the right subtree is 1, 2. So 3 minus 2. So that is plus 1. So since it's a plus 1, we'll say that left side of that subtree that is headed by 5 is heavy towards left. Similarly, for that subtree headed by 2, the height of the left subtree is 1, and the height of the right subtree is 2. So 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. Since it's a minus 1, so we're going to call it as a right heavy. And this, since it's a leaf, so there is no subtree which is descend from that particular node. So we'll say the balancing factor is 0. So similarly for that, since it's in right subtree, left subtree is 1, there is no right subtree, so it will going to be 1. So 1 minus 0, that is 1. Now this tree is, I will say this is it's balancing its heights. So this is an AVL tree. Why? You see any node in that tree having the balancing factor between +1, 0 and -1. If it is not, then we'll say it is not a AVL tree. See this particular example. Here in this case, I have added some node in this side. So in that case, you see the height of the left subtree is 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, same, equal, and the right subtree is 1. So 3 minus 1, that is +2. So that means this is so it's not the balancing factor of 7 is not neither +1, 0 or -1. So that's why the tree is not a AVL tree. So that means some way from this node it's not maintaining any balance. Now how to do insertions following the AVL tree rule? So the insertion is exactly same as binary search tree. So we have already learned. You can watch some of the last sessions or videos where you will come to know that how to do insertions in binary search tree. Now immediately after, the difference is that immediately after insertion of any tree, we have to check, we have to first update the balancing factor of each node each node, I mean each node in the sense in the path through which my node will come down to get its exact place for insertions. In that path I have to check all the balancing factor, and if somewhere it's not maintaining the proper balancing factor, that is it's unbalanced, it's attaining some unbalanced condition, so in that case we'll going to go for some kind of adjustment of the tree so that height can be balanced. So to perform readjustment, we'll just select some node. I mean, as I have said in the last slide, that if the balancing factor of that node is neither 0 or +1 or -1. So the process of adjustment is normally called the rotation. There are 4 situations where we have to do some rotations. One is called left-left, one is called right-right, one is called left-right, or one is called right-left. This is also called left-left rotation, right-right rotation, left-right rotation, right-left rotation, or LR, RL, RR, RL. These are the popular way how you can define all the rotations. And LL and RR rotations, they are also called single rotations because this is most simple, and one time rotation of the tree will going to solve my problem. But in case of situations where I need a LR problem or RR problem, it needs, I mean, 2 times rotations. So that's why it is called double rotations. And this is a bit complex than single rotations. Now, while inserting any node in following the binary search tree rule, how I am going to adjust my balancing factor or update my balancing factor. Now, see, in this particular example, I am adding a node into that already existing 3, 7, and 2. So, I mean, if I go back, so in that situation, if I calculate the balancing factor of 2 is 0 here, and balancing factor of 7 is +1 here. And if I add one more, so naturally the new node's balancing factor is always going to remain 0. Since we are always adding at as a leaf node. So now how will update the balancing factor of all the 3 nodes. So if the case is 0, that means if the balancing factor of a node 0 before insertion of any node, then we're going to, I mean, but first you have to look into that in which side you are actually adding. Are you adding in the left side of a subtree, or you are adding in the right subtree of a particular node? So now you see here, in case of case 0, that means if the balancing factor of a node was 0 before insertion of a new node, and you are inserting a new node in the left hand side, then I'm going to make it as +1. So 2 become now +1. Now case -1, if, though I am not showing over here, if the balancing factor of a node is -1 and you are adding a node in the left side, sorry, I have an example into that in this situation, you see, initially this is minus, this is 0 and this is +1. So if it is 0 and I mean, since you are not, I mean, what is called adding it in the left hand side, so this is not going to hold. It will going to hold for the rule for inserting in the right subtree. Anyway, now if the case is -1, that means before insertion of a new node, if any node's balancing factor is -1 and you are adding a new node in the left side, naturally it will going to be balanced. That means earlier it was there was one right subtree was there. Now you are adding a new node in the left subtree. So left subtree, right subtree, if you are adding in both sides, it will going to be balanced. Otherwise, if it is not happening, then we have to go for the rotation. So how it will happen? You see, if the balancing factor of a left child of a node is +1, so let us take an example that I am adding the left child of a node. So the left child of node is 7. I am talking about 7. It's added a new node in its left child. that means the balancing factor by that time is +1, then naturally that node, particular node 7, will going to achieve a balancing factor +2. So in that case, we will going to apply left rotation. But otherwise, if after updations, if the balancing factor of the left child of a node whose balancing factor become +2 become -1, that left child balancing factor -1, then I'll have to go for double rotation, that is left right rotation. Similarly, if I having a new node that I have added in the right subtree of a node, then how are we going to update the balance tree? So in case of 0, that means the balancing factor of a node is 0, then I'll update it to -1 because I have put it in the right side. That means initially there was no tree, now I am adding in the right side, so naturally it will going to be -1. Now if balancing factor of that node is +1, so that means it's left heavy. Okay, so sorry, in case of that means if it is -1, if the node already having -1, that is already some node is there in the left tree, and I'm adding a new node in the right as a right subtree, naturally it will going to be balanced, so we will going to make it as a 0. In other case, I'm going to do some rotations. So in this particular case, you see my balancing factor is -1, and I have added in the right subtree, so naturally I need a right rotation. And in such case, where new node has been added in the right subtree, and the node whose balancing factor is not within +1, 0 and -1, it crosses that, or it's different from that, and its immediate left child having balancing factor +1, in that case I have to do right LR rotation. So first one is RR rotation. If my balancing factor for that child attain -1, and in case of child's balancing factor +1, in that case I am going to apply RL rotation. Now let's see how I'll do the LL rotation. So when, as I have said, when we are going to do LL rotation, if a node is inserted in the left subtree of a node, that means left of A is B, its left, if I am adding or inserting a new node, then I have to go for LL rotation. So that means in terms of values, as I have already discussed, that when a new node is inserted in the left subtree of a subtree of a node with balancing factor +1, that is balancing factor of its left child become +1 after updations, then I have to go for LL rotations. LL rotations orienting to that node whose balancing factor become +2. So that means it is imbalanced now. So how are we going to rotate? How it will look like? So for that LL rotation, it's very simple. What I'll do, I'll just simply rotate it like that, centering B as one of the node, and then just I'm twisting. It's like a twisting two big stick pointing or keeping a center, and then I'm just twisting like that. So it will look like this. So that means I have twisted. So after that, what will happen? The left child become the root of that subtree, and the actual root, the node that we initially attain an imbalance factor, that is balance factor become +2. It will going to become the right subtree of that node, and the new node will going to remain as a left subtree of that particular node. So this is the way how LR rotation will going to look like. Though we will going to see algorithmically how we will going to do, or how we are going to implement. Now there are few steps that we have to follow to implement LL rotation. Now to do that thing, we need some variable name that it will be easier for us. So the node that achieves a balancing factor +2, we are going to refer it as a node. The balancing factor which its left subtree, the immediate left subtree naturally if it is balancing factor is +1 or -1, whatever it is, but if it is a left subtree, then we're going to tell it as a left, and the node that I am inserting newly, we're going to call it as a new node. So now onwards, interchangeably I'm going to refer as a node as A, left as B, and new node as C. And B may have any number of subtree. So I'm just it may be null, or it may have a tree. We will not concentrate on into that. We'll assume that that particular tree is already balanced. I'm showing it using a triangle. It means B having some subtree attached with that, it is balanced. So the factor is that what is the first step? The step is the A will going to start pointing to the node where initially B was pointing. So since B is pointing to that particular subtree, I have marked as a rectangle. So now A will going to start pointing to that particular the subtree, and this is the first step. Now what is the next step? Since B become free, because A has adopted that node or subtree pointed by B. Now once A has taken up, then B's right subtree is free. Now B will start pointing to the node A. That means the actual our node where balancing factor is +2. So now B will going to start pointing to that particular node. So this is the step 2. Now what is step 3? The step 3 is that set the pointer reference into the node A to B. That means whosoever initially the because whatever I am showing here, you can assume this is a part of subtree of a larger tree. So that means some other tree initially it was pointing to A. Now after step 3 it will start pointing to the new root of that subtree, that is B. So that way it will create a LL rotation. So you can see here I have actually twisted my tree, the chain twisted, centering or considering B as a center point. And so now this is going to be my balanced. Why balanced? Because after that the height has been reduced. Initially height was 1, 2, now it is going to become 1. So so what will happen now? Once I have done my rotations, now the task is to adjust or update the balancing factor. In such case, all the nodes, there are 3 nodes as I have said. One is node, one is left, another is new node. So all the 3 nodes, the balancing factor automatically will going to become 0. You have to update with the 0 value, and rest of the nodes balancing factor will going to remain same. RR rotation is required only when if a new node is added in the right subtree of any node. So when a new node is inserted in the right of a subtree of a node, that means the right subtree of node A is B and C is added in the right of B. So that's why I need RR rotations, because of which what happens, the balancing factor of A become -2. So how it is happening? Exactly like a LL rotations. I'm going to twist, but now the twisting will going to be in the left hand side instead of right hand side. So the twisting will happen like that. So the after balancing, the tree will look like a subtree headed by B and A will going to be the left side, left subtree of B, and C will go, new node will going to remain as right subtree of B. Now say similar to LL rotations, to implement, we're going to take any variable. So we'll define the node where balancing factor is -2. We're going to term it as a node. Its right subtree is right, and the new node that I'm adding, it's going to be new node. So the same way B can have any number of we can have a subtree, left subtree. It may be it may be there, it may not be there, but let us assume that there is some left subtree is there. It may be null also. So in that case, what will happen? The node with balancing factor -1 -2, it will going to start pointing to the left child or left subtree of B. Similarly, in the next step, B will going to start pointing, as a left child of B will going to pointing to the node A. And for third step, whatever the node previous or in top of A, if some node is there which is actually pointing to A, it's now going to start pointing to the new root, that is B. And similar to LL rotations, all the nodes, that means the node that I have named it as a node, new node, and right, all will going to be balancing factor will going to become 0. Rest of the nodes will remain unchanged. Now we need a bit complex type of rotation, that is called LR rotations. So let me show you again how the happening. So let's see, this is a tree which is a balanced already, where the balancing factor of A is +1 and balancing factor of 0 is balancing factor of B is 0. So and then I am adding a new node in the right subtree of B. So because of which the balancing factor of B become -1. So that's why, as I have said, that if the balancing factor of left subtree of a node become -1 and the new node is inserted in the left subtree of that node, so then in that case we have to do LR rotation. So if C added in the left hand side of B, then naturally we will have to go for LL rotation. But since it is in the right subtree of the left subtree of a node, then we have to go for LR rotation. Now, some other than that particular tree, we can have some few more situations where we need LR rotation. The first tree you have already seen. The second tree is something like that. That a new node is added. The node is added in the right of right, or left subtree of right subtree and then left subtree. If I adding, then what will happen? The balancing factor of this particular node will going to become -1 or -1, and balancing factor of that node which will consider that this is not in balanced form. So that is the target node, that is whose balancing factor is +2 or +2, will say this required an LR rotation because its left child's balancing factor is -1. So as and when during insertion in the left subtree of a node, if its left subtree, immediate left side node having balancing factor -1, then we're going to do LR rotation. So here for implementation point of view, we're going to designate target nodes with three name, variable name you can give it while you implement in any programming language. So the first node we're going to tell that means whose balancing factor is not +1, -1 or 0, its node, its left child is left, all left child, and its newly inserted node will going to become grandchild. So similarly this case also, A is node, B is left child, and F is grandchild. And in this case, new node is inserted in the right subtree of a grandchild. But here in this case, the newly inserted node itself is a grandchild. Similarly, here the node A is a node, B is also left, and new node is added in the left subtree of grandchild. Now we'll see one of the tree how to do the rotations. So before going to that algorithm, let me show you what it look like after every rotations for three different types of tree. So first tree, as I have shown you, this is going to become a kind of a tree rotations, what we have seen in LL rotations or RR rotation. But you see the difference. The grandchild will going to become now the root. So grandchild will going to become the root, and B will going to remain. B will going to be the new left child of the root, and A will going to become its right. So in this case, the difference is that in case of LL rotation, the left subtree of a node, target node, become the root. But in this case, the grandchild will going to become the root. Similarly, for the another type of tree, the grandchild over here is F. So F become the new root of that subtree, and A will going to be the left subtree of that particular new root, that is F here, and C will going to attached as a left subtree of A. And I mean only you have to consider the updation of the balancing factor for these three nodes, that is node, the left node, and grandchild. These are the three nodes that I have to add it. I am going to discuss it in the later part. So in case of new node that is added as a left subtree of a grandchild, in that case you see the new node will going to become the right subtree of a left node. So this is B is we have considered as left, F as a grandchild, and A as a node, and C is a new node. So in that case, C will going to attached as a right child of the left node. So that means the node that is we have marked it as a left. So in any balancing activity, or doing balancing or rotations, it will going to preserve the characteristics of the binary search tree. So it will never going to violate the rule that has been imposed to create any binary search tree. Now, how to do the LR rotation? So you see here, I'll consider that if left subtree either is null or it may have any subtree. So first task that we have to do is that I have to make F as a root of the new node. So what will happen to make that B, that is the left node, it will now start pointing to the subtree, left subtree of F. So how it will look like? So now B will start, because I have to delink F from B. So that, and then the left child subtree or whatever it is there in the left side of F, it will now going to be taken care by B as a left subtree. So now the new subtree of left subtree of F will going to attach as a right subtree of B. Now in the next step, as I have said, that now F will going to start pointing to B, because F supposed to be the new root of that particular subtree after balancing. So it will look like this. So F will going to now start pointing to B as a left child, and if C will remain exactly same positions of F, and then let's see what happens in the next step. Now since A's left subtree is now free, because I have cut it down in the last step, now what will happen? A will going to take care C. So what will happen? The new node, that is C, will going to become the left subtree of A. So this is one rotations that happens, and then F will next time onwards, F will start pointing to A, and whosoever node earlier was pointing to A, now it will going to point to F, because F is the new subtree in that balance tree, and the top nodes before that, the node prior to that node, if something is there, which was earlier it was pointing to A, now it will pointing to F. And how we are going to update? By the way, we'll again I am telling, in this case we are going to update 3 nodes. That is, the node we have designated as a node, then left, and then grandchild. These are the 3 target nodes for which we have to update the balancing factor. So how will update? For all 3 cases I am showing how to do. So the case 1 is, if the new node, that is C, if the new node is inserted as a left child of my grandchild. So as I have already mentioned, that F here I am considering as a grandchild. So if the new node is inserted as a left child of a grandchild, then in that case what will happen? The grandchild balancing factor becomes 0, because F is earlier grandchild, so we'll keep it as that because it's a variable name, that is we have given to that node as a grandchild. So grandchild's balancing factor becomes 0, left child's balancing factor becomes 0, and node's balancing factor become 1, and rest of the node's balancing factor will going to remain exactly same, whatever before insertions or rotations and after rotation. What is the case 2? Case 2 is, if the new node is inserted in the right child of right as a right subtree of grandchild. In this case what happens? The grandchild will going to become 0 after rotation, the left child will going to become 1, this is the only change, and A will going to become 0. So the simple one, that is where the new node itself is a grandchild. In that case all the nodes will going to become 0. That means left child, grandchild, or node, all the 3 nodes balancing factor become 0. So similar to the LR rotations, we can have RL rotations. Now while we are going to do RL rotations, that if a node is inserted in the right subtree of a node, and in the rough subtree if it is inserted in the left side of a right subtree, that means left of a right subtree, left subtree of 7 is 9, and the new node is inserted in the left subtree of that right child. So that means when a new node is inserted in the left of right subtree of a node, so in that case automatically the balancing factor will going to become 2. You can calculate over there. Here 2 edges, that means height is 2 of the right subtree and left subtree is 0. So in that case balancing factor 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2 means minus 2. Now when it will happen? If let us assume there is a tree which is already balanced, that is A and B, and balancing factor of B is 0, and A naturally will become going to become minus 1. So in that tree, if someone is adding a tree in the left of right subtree of a node, then it will lead to situation of RL rotation. But if I am adding in the right side of B, so naturally it will going to be a case of RR rotation. So again, like LR rotation, it can also have a 3 kind of situations. First one already we have discussed. The second tree is if you are adding a new node in the left subtree of a grandchild, or you are adding as a right subtree of a grandchild. So here also, like the previous case, we are going to designate the node which balancing factor is not +1, 0 or -1, that as a node, right subtree, right tree as right child, and its left child is going to become grandchild. So after rotations, it will going to become like the LR rotations. So the grandchild will going to become the root node, and A will go, that the node will going to be the left of the grandchild, and B will going to become B, or the right node will going to become the right subtree of new node. Similar to that, F, that is our grandchild, will going to become the root node, and C will going to become, which was initially it was the left child of F, it will going to become the right child of A, that is the node that whose initially balancing factor was -2. So the new node will going to be attached to that particular node, following the almost in the similar way that we have seen in ALR rotations. So like that, if new node is inserted as a right subtree of a grandchild, then it will going to be the left subtree of right node. Well, here in this case B is the right node or right child. So the steps are almost similar to ALR rotations, only the opposite thing that you have to do. The step 1 is like that, set the left pointer of B, that is B, to right child of F. Step 2 is set the right pointer of F to B. Then step 3 is set the right pointer of A, that is the node, to the left child of F, that is the grandchild, and set right pointer of F, that is grandchild, to point to A, and set the pointer which was earlier pointing to the A, that is the node whose balancing factor is -2, and it should now start pointing to the new root of that subtree, that is the grandchild or F, and then after that you have to update the balancing factor. Now, how to update the balancing factor after RL rotation? So like LR rotation updations, if a new node is inserted as a right subtree or right child of F, that is the grandchild, in that case the grandchild's balancing factor will going to become 0, node's balancing factor will going to become +1, and the right node or right child's balancing factor will going to become 0. Similarly, if a new node is inserted as a left child of grandchild, in that case grandchild balancing factor will going to become 0, the node's balancing factor will going to become 0, and right node's or right child's balancing factor will going to become -1. So similar to that, if a new node is inserted and which leads to a situation of LR rotation, and the new node is nothing but it's a grandchild itself, then in that case all the nodes after rotations will going to become balancing factor will going to become 0. So now for a nice demonstrations, animated demonstrations, if you want to experience how the insertion happening in a binary search tree, and in every insertions how the tree is adjusting automatically, that means tree is adjusting its height automatically, you can go through that URL to view and to play in that animated demonstration or animated toy implementation of that AVL tree. So with that, I would like to conclude my lecture. Thank you so much.